I think I'm gonna win the game now. What? Kramnik on Drake made 10 videos about each other already. Oh, I don't follow stuff in Russian, so I wouldn't know, but anyway, it's what it is. Okay, here we go. We're starting off. Let me okay, let's go. Let's minimize all the windows, and we're playing round one, playing Vladislav Kovalev, very strong player. The music down just a touch.
Just resubbed for 6 months. Greetings from Italy, Hikaru.
I guess I'll play g3 bishop g2 and castles. I don't know if this is great, but it's something. I want to play c4. I think I'm gonna play c4 here and then maybe d4 at some point. Actually, let's just go d3 queen e2 rook d1. Keep it very, very simple and slow. Play like knight c3, maybe knight e1. This is what I lost a game in Gibraltar to Vladislav Artemiev, actually, and something very similar to this, where we won a knight e1 f4 g4 at some point, and it was just a very tough game for me. It was Gibraltar 2019, I believe. It could have been 2018, but it was something very similar with knight e1 f4 at some point here that I lost to Artemiev. So when in doubt, try to play like an Artemiev. Now I can play knight e1 here. I mean, the question is b5 really a threat? I think I'm gonna go rook b1. I don't know if it's the right move, but I want to stop b5, and I still keep knight e1 alive at some point. I mean, you can obviously go back. I also have ideas like knight a4 and bishop e5. It's a little bit tricky here for black. Little tricky. And again, this is 10-0, no increment, so I do need to move significantly quicker. Now I just play knight a4. This does, or rook b8, which does give me knight a4 maybe. I can also go knight e1. I can also go bishop a1. I think I'm gonna go knight a4. Idea bishop e5 somewhere here. Bishop c6. I also have queen c2 to guard everything, so we'll see what he does here. Can also play bishop f3 if he wants, I guess. Although it doesn't feel quite right to me.
Has gifted 10 subs to viewers.
Wow, so he plays b5. Wait a second. This gives me wait a second. I thought this was a mistake. Maybe it's okay. Maybe this is actually completely fine. Oh, this could be bad for me potentially. Wait a sec. Did I just blunder somehow?
Cerulean Wilderness just resubbed for 6
Wait a second. Did I just actually blunder maybe? Oh yeah, this could be actually quite bad. I think I might have blundered, but it's still maybe okay. I mean, b4, I have knight a4, bishop c6, queen c2, and I think I'm holding by a thread. This is not, I mean, I just missed b5 actually, which was very poor. Also, bishop f6 did not work. Just takes rook b5. He had bishop f3, and then he wins the rook, so that wouldn't have been good. I think I'm okay here, but it's very, very dicey. Yay! I think it's okay.
M_WNR just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks.
So queen c6, I have queen c2. Bishop c6, queen c2, c5 is hanging, so at least I think it's kind of okay. I'm only up a minute on the clock here, so it's still very, very unclear what's happening. Take the mouse off the board so no mouse slips. Oh right, you're not supposed to have headphones on either. Actually, I just realized you're not supposed to have headphones on. Okay, actually I knew there was something that was slightly wrong. Knew there was something slightly off. Okay, so he goes there, so I go here. There's knight d7, right? So now I can play knight e1 and I'm fine. Bishop a1 is also completely fine. I mean, I guess I'll go here so I can always just take, and I can play knight b2, and if queen b7 I have knight e1 and knight g2. Again, I'm not thrilled by the position, but I think it should be okay. As long as I'm not losing material here, I should not really be in danger of losing. b3, I guess. Okay, plays queen b7, so of course I have to go knight e1 to trade the bishops. Now at least I'm getting knight b2, knight c4, so I can't ever really be in danger, I think, of losing. I don't know if I can win the game, but as long as I don't lose here, it should be all relatively fine. Now knight b2, knight e5, knight e1. Knight b2 is definitely a move. Or do I play knight e1 first? I think I go here and then knight e1 to hold, and then I always have knight c4 as well, so I think it should be okay, unless I'm blundering something very obvious. He goes knight b6, which actually feels a little bit wrong somehow. Feels wrong, but I don't know how to do something about it. I guess I can play e4. That's a move. I can also go knight a4 again. A trade. I can also play knight f4 now. Or queen e2. I don't want to play knight c4. a3 maybe. a3. b3 doesn't look. a3. I don't want to spend too much time here either, but I don't want to get. Okay, let's see. a3, ba3, knight a4 looks fine. a3, bishop f6 takes queen e2. I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if this is a good move, but I'm gonna try to make it work here. b3, queen e2. I mean, I have a feeling this is a bad move, but queen f3. Now that is not a move that I even remotely was considering. I'm very confused by that move. First things first, I do have knight a4 here to trade the knights. This is the first big question. Knight a4, b3, queen c3 is fine. Knight d5, I always have knight e1. I mean, this should be okay. And if he goes b3, I have queen c3 with mate. Okay, now the first move is knight e1. Get rid of the queen, kick this queen out of town. Maybe I had e4 first, actually. Maybe e4 is better. Wait, e4... still very tricky. Yeah, let's play it. And now if b3 still queen d2. If knight f4, I go f3. Still very, very tricky. And if knight f6, I think I'm going to play f3 and maybe knight g2 at some point. Although again, it remains very, very complex here. He plays there. I'll play f3 to kick the queen. Was queen g5. Now that's a little surprising. I expect him to go to h5. I can't take, obviously. f4 seems completely reasonable unless I'm blind. f4, queen g4. It's a little bit spicy, and if I take, he takes, so I can't take. Let's think about this for a second. Knight b6, rook b8, a b4, c b4 doesn't look quite right. I think I'm gonna play f4. Very tricky position. I mean, I feel like I should be okay, but it's kind of hard to play. I mean, I have king g2. I also have knight g2 maybe. Bishop f6 is also a move perhaps, although I don't like it. King g2, c4 could be trouble, but I have to do something on the queen side. So if I play trade takes king e2 seems wrong. King g2 is the only move that I'm trying to make work, but it seems wrong. Queen f2 hangs e4. I have a feeling f4 is a bad move by me, and time is actually even now, so I have to come up with a move quick. Knight b6, knight c4, trade ba3 is not good. How do I do this? Is not good. e5, knight d5 seems wrong. Knight b6, rook b8. No, and I'm getting low on time. Uh-oh, this is not the start I wanted. But maybe I have queen g2 and some kind of g4 or h3 g4. So c4 I just take. And I'm trying to get some g4 or something here, like some g4. I think f4 is a bad move. I mean, I don't think I should have played f4. I think I should have played like takes and queen e2 or something else would have been fine, but this is just a little bit tricky now. We both have 5 minutes on the clock. See what he does. I suspect that this is not the way that I should have played it though. That I will say. It feels kind of wrong somehow. I'm gonna go here and g4 next move. The idea is to play g4. I mean, this feels wrong, but okay, I play g4, queen g6. Now I have knight b6. I have rook b5. I mean, I feel like I should be okay here somehow, but this is where I need to use my time and find a move, because otherwise it could all collapse instantly. Rook b5 is also a move. f5 is not a move. Knight f3 is not a move. Knight b6, rook b8, knight c4. I mean, that's messy. Got no time. This is the problem. 5 knight b3. Yeah, somehow this just is not looking great for me. I go f5, queen g5. Maybe. Okay, let's go here, because if takes, I have f5. I mean, I feel like I'm probably in bad shape somehow, but there's knight e5, there's knight h4, there's also f5. I mean, it's still very tricky for both sides to play. I mean, if I get f5 g5, it could spin very much out of control too for Kovalev. He plays h6, which I think is a mistake. I don't think that's the right move, but proving it is going to be hard. Maybe I go like, I guess I'll go here in g5, just attack. I'm gonna go g6 next move. I mean, again, I think that this is not very good for me objectively, but complicated. It's messy. The queen is bad on h7. I have rook f1. I mean, maybe I can make this work. He's also low on time now, kind of. And if I get g6 takes, knight g6, I feel like he's made a mistake here. I don't know how serious of a mistake it is, but I feel like he's made a mistake. See what he does. Now he goes knight b3. I still have g6 here, which I think is a strong move. Knight b3 feels wrong. It feels very wrong, but if I take f6, bishop f6, I have knight f7 maybe. Doesn't look right. Rook f1 is obviously a decent move. If I play rook f1 here, what does he do? I'm gonna go for this. I don't know if this is the right move, but I'm gonna go for it. Trying to win material here. I suspect rook f1 is wrong, but I I wasn't sure what the best move was, and I figure it makes sense to attack. Wait, what? Okay, now he just blundered. Okay, now I think I'm gonna win the game. That's just a blunder because maybe he forgot I could take the bishop here because of the pin. I think I'm gonna win the game now. Time is bad for him, and he's got a dead pony in the corner. What? I just take. Oh, he's got rook c5. Wait a second. So it's not over. Wait, it's tricky. But I have d4. Takes knight b3, or do I wait a second? This should be winning. Maybe knight f7. Knight f7 and rook b7. Yeah, this must be winning. I have rook b7. I've got knight g5. This has to be winning. If this isn't winning, although he has queen, he has rook f8. It's still tricky. It's still quite tricky. I mean, I also had knight d7 maybe. Knight c4 was also knight c4 was probably the safer move. Knight c4 I bet was winning, but this is the flashy way, and I think it's good enough. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's good enough. The time is a real problem here for my opponent. Got 113, and I think I'm gonna win the game now. What? Wait, excuse me? He just missed rook b7. That's game over. All right, we got a good is the wrong word. We get a interesting first win here in this first game. Interesting, I guess, is the word I would use. I think I was completely lost, but I found some of that little wrinkle, the knight f3 nonsense. Okay, now here it's winning, but what you do is you get your coffee, you take a deep sip, you have 255, and now because I have time, I can just think and try to find the win. I suspect takes and rook f8 looks clean. I mean, I'm just going for the classic ladder, and I mean, these also got to deal. Yeah, this is just too much. This is game over. All right, good first win. Good first win. There we go. We get the win.